Fox News resident idiot Todd Starnes weighed in on the Confederate flag being taken down in capitals throughout the South, and naturally, he shit the bed.
It's only a matter of time before the cultural revolutionaries destroy films like Gone with the Wind and Forrest Gump and burn copies of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. Oh, Stalin and Lenin would be bursting with pride. You know who else has been doing some cultural cleansing these days? These guys. The Islamic State, bulldozing their way through history, turning Iraq's heritage into rubble. And mark my words, the left's cultural crusade will not stop with the Confederate flag. They will use the perception of racism and hatred to whitewash history and silence dissent. And one day, very soon, I predict they will come after another flag, the one with broad stripes and bright stars. And don't be terribly surprised when even Republicans stand idly by as they burn the Star-Spangled Banner.
The Confederate flag represents slavery, represents secession, it represents terrorism, it represents treason, it represents traitors. So who's closer, who's more aligned with that line of thinking? The liberals or the conservatives? All the conservatives are like, I love that flag that represents slavery. You know ISIS people are taking slaves, right? Including sex slaves. They also believe in slavery. They have a flag. Confederate flag represents slavery. ISIS flag represents slavery. Is there a connection? I didn't say anything. I didn't say it. But see, they make it so that I have to. Look, they're going to whitewash history, he said. They're going to whitewash history. As you are in the middle of a segment whitewashing history. You're like, the Confederate flag is a good symbol. But that's whitewashing history. It's a bad symbol. It's a very bad symbol. He says liberals are going to come after the American flag. Dude, just like we mentioned with Limbaugh the other day. No, liberals are the ones protecting the American flag by going after the Confederate flag. Because the Confederate flag, again, represents secession. It represents being literally anti-American. So to say liberals are going after the American flag... No, conservatives are going after the American flag right now by disrespecting it by flying the Confederate flag. And let's be clear. There's this meme, this thought virus on the right now about how liberals are trying to ban the Confederate flag. Liberals are trying to do no such thing. All liberals want, and all we've said is, take down the Confederate flag from the state houses. Why? Because it's public land. It's funded by the taxpayers, including black taxpayers. You want black taxpayers in, South Carolina, for example, to have to pay for the symbol of their great-grandfathers who were enslaved? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's the issue on public land. You can do whatever you want with your private property, and everybody agrees to that. But they have to strawman us because that's the only way they could form an argument. Is, okay, let's pretend like they want to ban it, and then we could say they want to ban other things which they don't want to ban, like Forrest Gump. Genius, man. Good thinking.